We love to see it. Go ahead, AJ.
And when I look at the Raiders, man, it's swagger. It's confidence. It's in your face. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? Like, when you wear the silver and black, you know what time it is when you walk in the building, right? So for us, it's like, man, that's what we need to do. We need to intimidate teams mentally before the game even starts. And then obviously...
Gather round, listen up, let me tell you some kind of paradigm of a paradox. Sun's gonna wake up back in front of us, and this one for me. What's the world running? Ignore the man already. What's the profit, what's the basis of the same topic? Someone dies, what the referees will justify. Can't help but think all of this is me. Those are simple places around and all directions somehow. All of these are dead. I'm connected to a mess. At the top, bends me up all destruction. This one was a fucker at the top of the pile, looking down with a smile. Renegade is all running, power creating destruction for us all. For us all. Money, power, greater, monster.
So what's going on, Raider Nation? Welcome back to another episode of the Raider Critique. This is your post-game review for preseason week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. I want to shout out the chat while I got the chance, man. Rebel Bro, thank you for stopping in, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, we need a quarterback. We're going to go over all that. Richard, it's good to see you. Art, great to see you too, brother. Thank you guys for all showing up, man. Yeah, I know that I'm a little late with this. I decided to jump on here, right now. I don't understand why in the hell my music just stopped playing. Let me get that squared away. Because we need that music playing in the background. Gotta have it back there. How's it sound, guys? Does it sound pretty good or what? I'm hoping it sounds all right. Choke it right back down like this. And yeah, man. Hey, good to see you, brother. What's up, El Captain Rafukio? You're going to be on the next show, bro. It looks like that's going to be happening in a couple days. If you guys don't know, we're going to be doing a show with El Capitan Rafael August 11th or August 14th, which is Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Raider Spade, D Menace, hey man, it's good to see you guys in here. Raider Spade, I don't think I've seen you before, man. Hit me up on Instagram at The Raider Critique and get you a patch, dude, to where I can get you qualified to get one of these badass coins, and I'll show you about that. We the People, Michael 918, fishing. Man, yeah, well, I've also finally decided to actually be able to do a live because I've been having issues. Just on the home front and whatnot, where I can finally get one of these lives in. But man, we saw quite a bit yesterday. I mean, I missed the first couple drives of the game. I actually went back on YouTube and rewatched a condensed version of the game to watch the first couple of drives. And I'll tell you what, man, I was actually impressed with the defense bending and not breaking on that first drive. I'm going to give them their respect on that. even though they gave up quite a few big runs in this game, and they also gave up quite a few big passes. But we're going to get into that, man. We lost 23-24, and we were up 20-7 at halftime. We only scored 3 points in the second half, and it was kind of crazy to watch. That was mostly what I saw was the second half of the game, seeing our third and fourth stringers go in there. But you guys know how I like to do things, man. I like to go to the stats. Because the stats, even if you didn't really get to watch the game, it kind of tells you everything you need to know on what happened during the game. Now, is it correct all the time with people's assumptions by going off the stats? No. But, you know, the stats might not be the end-all, be-all, but it's definitely a good way to, I don't know, I just need football in my life, and since I need more football in my life, looking at stats is a great damn thing to do, especially when it comes to drives. So let's go over and just transition over here to NFL.com. That's what I've got it on. And I've got our stats right here in front. Hell, and you know, I'm not monetized over here. I don't ever care to be. I might even show some highlights over here and not give a flying fuck what YouTube has to say about it. But here, this is what we look like right here on the scoreboard. We had 20 points in the first half. We were ahead 20-7. And the third quarter comes up, and they have 14 unanswered, and to kick a field goal at the end of the game to win it. Gardner Minshew went 6 of 12 for 117 yards, 1 touchdown. Aiden O'Connell, 7 of 9. He started the game. 76 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. We did end up getting a field goal on that drive that he drove us down the field, our first drive. Anthony Brown, 1 for 3, 24 yards. Now, you would have thought that he would have actually had more passes, especially since he pretty much played most of the second half, if not all of the second half. But he only threw for 24 yards. They did not want him throwing the ball. Rushing, Sincere McCormick was our leading rusher with 11 carries, 32 yards at a 2.91 yard average. Zamir White came in, who played mostly the first half, 6 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown on a 2-yard run. He was averaging 3.83 yards a carry. Alexander Madison, 3 carries for 15, averaging 5 yards a carry. Looks like Anthony Brown was running for his life back there. He had 5 carries, 13 yards. Britton Brown, 4 for 13. Amir Abdullah, 3 for 9. Dylan Lobby, 4 for 8, average of 2 yards per carry. And then Garner Minshew, 1 for 7. Trey Tucker was our leading receiver with 2 receptions and 73 yards. He was targeted 4 times. And then you had Jacoby Myers, who, man, he hauled in all 3 of his targets for 45 yards. Jacoby Myers looked good yesterday. Brock Bowers looked good yesterday, 2 for 25. And then you had Jalen Guyton. He had 1 for 24 on a deep pass. I believe that was by, who the hell threw that to him, man? Was that P.J. Hall? Or not P.J. Hall, but, fucking P.J. Hall. Anthony Brown? Yeah, P.J. Hall was a fucking defensive tackle we had, like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't even know why that name even came to mind. And DJ Turner looked good, man. He had pretty good sure hands. 2 targeted twice. Both catches. He had the lone touchdown of the game for 23 yards. Cole Fotheringham coming back where he left off last year on our practice squad. 1 reception for 11 yards on 1 target. Amir Abdullah, 1 for 10 on 2 targets, averaging 5 yards per catch. Michael Mayer, 1 for 7. It was the first pass that AOC threw in the game. Harrison Bryant didn't catch nothing. Dylan Lobby didn't catch nothing, even targeted once. Tyreek McAllister didn't catch anything, targeted once. And Christian Wilkerson, 1 reception for 2 yards. And I don't understand, like when I saw his catch, I didn't understand why he hesitated. So, yeah, 1 for -1 yards, 2 targets. Now, we went in and we blocked the kick. And I think that was Morig who got his hand on that. That looked pretty damn good. I mean, we could go over like what they did. J.J. McCarthy really lit up a 3rd and 4th string defense, so I'm really not going to boast about him, especially since he was talking shit saying about how our defense was vanilla. Well, he went 11 for 17 for 188 yards, but he threw 2 touchdowns. Actually completed a couple bombs on Devonshire, and I can't remember the other dude's name, but the one on Devonshire I wholeheartedly remember. Sam Darnold went 4 for 8. But definitely their standout was J.J. McCarthy. They had a good running game as well. This Keeney Wagwu or whatever, Wangwu or whatever the fuck his name is, 10.4 yard average per carry. He had 5 carries for 52 yards. We could not stop him to save our life. And if we would have had to face him all game, he probably easily would have broke 100 yards on us. Ty Chandler, 7 for 33. And then we were giving up hella passing yards. Tristan Jackson had 4 receptions on 5 targets for 100 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Naylor, 3 receptions on 4 targets for 63 yards. Trent Sherfield, 3 receptions, 46 yards, 1 touchdown. This was mostly on our 3rd and 4th string defense. Second half. I mean, first half, at least that first drive, we came in strong. We stuffed them real damn well, you know what I mean? Move back on over here to the backdrops now that I'm done really looking at the stats. But, I mean, if you guys want to look at some highlights, I have no problem with showing them. I'll flip back over and show some highlights of the team in case you missed them. But I figured I'd jump over here into the backdrops and also jump over here into the chat and kind of get to mingle and bullshit with all of you. What's going on, Afakasi? Yeah, that makes sense, Art. That totally makes sense that our defense is vanilla and not showing shit in the preseason. Although that interception by Jack Jones was quite nice. And that happened to go on because of the pressure that we had up front that put J.J. McCarthy on his heels. And he made a fucking mistake, and booyah. Jack Jones was right there to take it on, bro. So, what's going on, Dizzy? I love my wife. She's such a wonderful woman. And J.J. looked amazing. J.J. looked amazing against us. Yeah, it almost kind of felt like that the dude was, he was actually playing pretty damn good. You know, he didn't look like a rookie. But, you know, dude's got a tendency to be able to back up the shit that he talks. But, man, I don't know about y'all, man, but, I mean, we can go into the good and we can go with what I saw. Because what I saw for the good was that the first string and second string offense was playing fluently in the system. Those first couple drives, everybody looked good. The offensive line was blocking like they were supposed to, although we were lining up a lot in shotgun. I noticed like throughout that whole first drive that Aiden O'Connell had, we were literally in shotgun damn near every play. And I wonder if that does have something to do with the way the offensive line plays, how it is pretty much a new unit together. We've got a couple new guys on that line starting, you know. But it was nice to see that the first string and the second string offense was fluently playing together. They were playing fluently in the system. They were actually moving the ball. The ball was getting moved down the field, regardless of whether Aiden O'Connell got the touchdown or not. He moved the ball down the field after a great defensive stand. A great defensive stand. Those motherfuckers thought they were going to go for it on 4th down in the red zone and beat this defense. Well, they were sadly mistaken. We're not the same Raiders defense from Raiders past. That's for sure. Number 2, I think O'Connell and Minshew looked very accurate and poised while they were in the pocket. You know, Minshew a little bit more than O'Connell because Minshew was able to stretch plays with his legs and get the ball out. And, you know, he still threw 50%, but those 2 bombs that he threw looked damn good. Shit, let's go right back over there to that. Let's go look at some of these dimes that Garner Minshew threw. Go over here to the highlights. See if I can find it here. Wonder if I go on the replay if they'll show it. See, it used to be where you could actually just go through here and get the damn highlight plays. But now they want you to pay for everything. That's kind of crazy. Well, never mind then. I guess I won't look at that. Let's see. We gotta silence that shit. Well, I guess I can't shut that fucker up. Oh well. Yeah, I'm not fucking. I don't have the. I don't have the patience for that shit. So we'll just go back over here. We'll go back to the backdrops that I was looking at, that I made. But Garner Minshew was dropping some dimes, bro. I mean, Aiden O'Connell might have went 7 of 9, but those were a lot of dump-off passes that I saw him do. You know, little quick hitch screen passes, a couple good ones to Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers looked great yesterday. Picked up right where he left off, man. And the wide receiver core looked great without Devontae Adams. They had nice, crisp route running along with sure hands. Even DJ Turner out there scoring touchdowns. 2 for 2, man. 2 targets, 2 catches. Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers. Man, he came out and had 2 excellent receptions, targeted twice. Michael Mayer had a reception, you know. But there was a couple receivers in there that did have a little bit of the dropsies. But at least with our first and second string guys, they were pretty much sure-handed. You know, the 2 incompletions that Aiden O'Connell had looked off target as hell. You know, and we can debate on the Garner Minshew deep passes to Trey Tucker. That was a fucking dime. That was a dime if I ever saw one. Yeah, he had to stretch out to get it, but he got it to where only he threw it to where only Trey Tucker would get it. It was a damn good pass. I'll say that. I was actually quite amazed because I figured we were going to have problems. At the quarterback position. The defensive pass rush is looking great as well. Now, they didn't. I was surprised that Christian Wilkinson's name was not even announced yesterday. Not once. But we were getting a good defensive pass rush, which also created that turnover, the only lone turnover in this football game. Now, what about the bad? What did we all see about the bad, man? What did we see? Did anybody see the bad? Can anybody call it on how on what the bad was? I'm gonna let you guys put what you think in the chat, what you saw was bad, and then I'll go ahead and share mine as well. Minshew was winning, but until we see more of AOC, I can't judge. I can agree with that. You know, they say if you have 2 quarterbacks, then you don't have 1 quarterback. To me, I think this is a good sign to have 2 quarterbacks parallel with one another, fighting for the starting position. Because then at least if we know, if one of our quarterbacks goes down, we don't have to worry about the guy who's coming in behind him. It's not like a Derek Carr, Matt McGloin incident, or Derek Carr, Matt McGloin, Connor Cook incident. We know what we have in AOC. We kind of know what we have already in Garner Minshew. To me, they're both pretty much parallel with one another. It's just Garner Minshew stretches plays a little bit better with his legs than statue-ass Aiden O'Connell. But the bad that I saw, man, what did you guys see? Because there was quite a few bad things I saw yesterday. Not things that are like detrimental to the team. It's things that can be improved on. You know what I'm saying? Things that can definitely be improved on because, you know, we're not out of it by any means. I think there was a lot of good that we got from this game. But I think that there was also a lot of bad as well. Let's see. Would have loved to see Bradley throw. He has the ability to. He beat my college team. Yeah, see, I actually wish I could have, that didn't come out right. Sorry about that, bro. But at least I read it out. But the bad, like what I saw, let's see. The bad was defensive depth. There's my brother Ern. Calling 3 timeouts when we have the game won was a head scratcher. Good, hey, good to see you, Cool Kev. Let's swap them next week. Minshew starts at AOC second quarter. I agree with that as well. Let's see exactly how he does. Anthony Brown on the Greyhound right now. No joke. Anthony Brown did not look good at all. Yep, what I saw at first, man, was offensive line. All right, the offensive line is not able to get any push up front. At least with our third and fourth stringers. Our first string, I can't really call it because we pretty much lined up in shotgun every damn play in the first drive of the game. How we were able to drive down the game, but as you watch the game progress, you watch the offensive line just fall apart. We gave up 4 sacks yesterday. 4 sacks. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good. They didn't give up a single solitary sack. To a defense that's supposed to be a top 10 defense this year, they didn't give up 1 sack. So I think offensive line is a glaring factor, and I think that they just need to gel together. They need to play together more and hopefully start getting it, because Aiden O'Connell got lit the fuck up like a Christmas tree from behind. Even though he completed that pass, dude, we cannot afford to be having our quarterbacks hit in the back like that. They're going to have a short career and a short season if we keep letting them take hits like that. Pete, Whitehair, worse than Bars and Van Rotten. Exactly. Hey, Pete was supposed to be this fucking, this veteran player who was a multi-time Pro Bowler. And he looked like shit yesterday. See, he said Wafakasi believes Whitehair was okay, but Pete was who looked like garbage. So see, at least all 3 of us agree on that one, is that Pete looked like shit. Washington new quarterback Jaden Daniels looks amazing. I want to talk about other quarterbacks, Ern. I'm talking about the Raiders right now. Yeah, the Pete was a signing that I knew was a PAD. A pad. Like, pretty much like it was bad. Yeah, I knew it was just, it was only a matter of time before it reaped its ugly face that dude was just here to collect a paycheck. But to me, the offensive line, that would be the first glaring issue that I would address. Number 2, AOC's taking too long in the pocket to make his reads. If he wants to be able to get that starting position, and if he's going to set himself apart from Garner Minshew, he's going to have to make his reads faster. And I don't mean going to your first read on every passing play. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about go through your projections, A, B, C. You go, or A, B, C. Whatever your progression is, whoever your main target is, you can progress through that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be quick, especially since this offensive line is not giving you any time. But you're taking too long in your pocket to make your reads. Number 3, well, I don't know whether this is just 3rd string and 4th string, but man, we were giving up huge plays. We gave up huge running plays. I do believe that was on our 2nd string defense. I think that we were giving up hella passing plays once our 3rd string defense came in. And that's secondary. That defensive depth, like Afakasi was saying, that defensive depth that we have at secondary especially is absolute trash. Those guys were getting used like yesterday's toilet paper, bro. They looked like shit, especially Devonshire. Devonshire did not look good at all. They were blowing their coverages left and right once they came into the game. To me, it didn't feel like that our third and fourth string defense was prepared to play. That was just my honest opinion. And giving up those massive amounts of run plays, the huge chunks of yards that they were giving up on the ground, that is unacceptable. Preseason or not, unacceptable. Unacceptable for supposedly a top 10 defense. We should demand, and we also deserve, better. And then bad clock management out of the coaches. Cool Kev hit that shit right on the head. I didn't even have to say it. Cool Kev had to say it for me. What the fuck are we doing calling timeouts like that for? We have the game in hand. We have the game won. Why are we calling timeout on third down? Then they get a first down, we call a timeout again. What was the point of that? Besides giving them more time to come down there, kick a field goal, ultimately winning the game by 1 point. Bad clock management. Bad time management on the coach's behalf. Now, hopefully this is just growing pains. Like I said, it's bad, but it's nothing that can't be fixed with repetition and, hey, just going through it. Experience. But they need to be using some of these things and taking away from this game on what they do not need to do. Offensive line needs to step up. Secondary, third, fourth string, stop giving up so much hella yards, bro. You're making us look bad. You feel me? And then coaches, make good decisions. Make good decisions when it comes to managing the clock. I know you're a rookie coach, but hey, clock management. Clock management. You cannot give up 3 points this way. No, unacceptable. Hey, at least we're not going undefeated in the preseason, because normally when we go undefeated in the preseason, we completely suck during the year. So, hey, there's our 1L. Now let's go ahead and win the next 2 games. You know what I'm saying? But Anthony Brown shouldn't even be on this fucking team anymore. Go ahead and get him gone. I think there's other people who are more deserving on the roster. Probably, undrafted free agents who deserve more. I mean, this guy's been in the league 4 years, 3 years. I think it's 3 years. And he hasn't done a damn thing. So, I mean, he just didn't look good. So, anyway, what it is what it is. Why? Because what I don't understand is, man, this defense has got to play better. What I was worried about this whole fucking thing, man. Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm not going to make anybody walk the plank today. I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of the way right now. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, fuck, I bet you off in college. Like, you fuck, yeah, somebody's going to walk the plank. Hey, who do you guys think should walk the plank? Because I don't have a candidate to walk the plank. It's too early. But if I had to give anybody to walk the plank, it was whoever did the clock management at the end of the game. Fucking stupid. It was fucking stupid, and we should have never had to we should have won that game. I mean, it was fucking dumb. I mean, that's mine. What are your guys', man? Who do you guys think should walk the plank? I'm just going to say coaching staff. Nesta. Nesta Jade Silvera. That's a good one. Did he say they were deliberate for a learning experience for the players to get more reps in situational football at the end of the game? Question mark. I mean, maybe it was deliberate, But shit, man, like in any game situation during football, bro, you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like when you're in that situation, whether it's preseason or not, you don't make bad coaching decisions just to try to put your team in the position to fight through adversity. Yeah, 29 on the defense. Yeah, I don't know what I saw him too. He was blowing it left and right. I don't even know his name, but I think he should be on the first bus home. Him and Devin. I mean, I'll give Devonshire one more shot, but dude, watching Devonshire just give up that deep ass pass down the fucking corner, down the sideline, was just unacceptable. What's going on, OG? Now, coach was making it tough so the defense would win, not the clock. Yeah, but I mean, you just don't do that, man. And, you know, Dylan Lobby had a good first run. This is what El Capitan Refugio says. I mean, Dylan Lobby had a good first run, but I was disappointed about his blocking, which didn't do him any favors to help the secondary. Yeah, well, to me, Dylan Lobby didn't show anything about all the big-ass hype that was surrounding him in training camp. And that's just real talk. All right, Dylan Lobby disappointed me this game. I mean, it looked like you could basically blow him over with a big, strong wind. He doesn't look like he can take a hit. As soon as he's touched, he goes down. It's almost like watching a quarterback take a hit. AP sends a message with a timeout. It's bad calling. That's it. That's it. I mean, that's bad play calling, whether he's doing situational football or not. I don't like the decision. I don't. Because you're also a rookie head coach. If you're trying to preserve your job, you don't need to be making any bad decisions. I mean, that's just me. You know, Tyree made one pressure. From what I saw, that was it. And he was against the second stringers. And he needs to be dominant against the second stringers. He was going up against the second string. And I was watching a podcast earlier. I believe it was Protect the Shield. And they were, or Chitalonis. It was one of them because I watched them both. I didn't say anything in the chat or nothing, so nobody knew I was there, but they were talking about how on five-man fronts, Tyree wasn't even out there. And I went back and looked at the highlights, and yeah, he wasn't out there. So I think that is a big red fucking flag right there. Tyree Wilson could have been a huge miss. And it's starting to look like that's exactly what it is. The West Side, remember, this game is not about winning. It is about seeing what your guys have in various situations. I agree. And I know it's not about winning. But I just, as a rookie head coach in AP with everybody behind you, I think you have to lead by example. All right? And leading by example is knowing how to do your job. Because that's what I would be preaching to these players. Do your job and we will win games. You feel me? All right, so Richard Lyon says, so sack could be a few people's fault. Aiden and Pete and actually the wideouts ran into each other. Yeah, they did do that. And, you know, the Aiden, dude, but even like, not even just the sack, right? When he got hit from behind. The fucking left tackle, all right? Who was that? I know it wasn't Colton Miller because I think it was number 71. Fucking completely whipped. And AOC got lit up like a fucking Christmas tree. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man. And yes, and if you're new here, don't forget to hit me up on IG. If you're in the chat, subscribe to the channel. Go to IG, man, right here on Instagram. You know what I mean? The link's right there. Hit me up, man, and get yourself a patch to qualify for one of these Raider coins that I've got right here in front of me. These Raider coins right here. Now, if I can get it to just come up. Apicasi's got one. He can show you. But we got Al Davis on the front. And then we've got all of the Raider greats on the back. Now, this thing is a solid hunk of steel. All right? It's a good pound, like 1.3, 1.4 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Nice, good, and heavy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you get a patch from me, you qualify to win one of these coins. So don't forget to hit me up on IG to get your patch if you're new here. Straight up, dude. But on the reels, man, even my mom at 69 texted me calling timeouts. Yeah, bro, like what the hell? Yeah, that was the one thing that killed me. Is like, Jesus, why are we calling timeout? How did you lose your fucking coin off of Kasi? You need to hit me up behind the scenes, man. Let me know what's up, because I can get you another one. And yeah, the coins are dope as fuck. Of course, Ern's got one too. You know what I'm saying? What I need to do is shorten that up to where you guys can actually see it. It's been a while since I've done like everything from OBS. I'm normally doing it from StreamYard. But I didn't feel like doing it from StreamYard this time. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Now I've got it set up to where it looks pretty good. But I mean, those were just really the glaring issues that I saw. You know, I really want to see better play out of our offensive line. I really want to see Powers Johnson get healthy and get in there. You know, I really want to see that. And I want to see Colton Miller, you know. I want to see Colton Miller get back to his great ways of blocking. And to me, it's just the offensive line looks scary, dude. It looks scary to me. Giving up 4 sacks already in the preseason. In situational football, you know, coach, don't make excuses for doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But stop doing dumb shit. All right, it's not cute. You're going to give an old dude like me, 44-year-old, who's been following this motherfucking team since 1991, a heart attack. I want to win a Super Bowl before I die. I at least want to see y'all win a Super Bowl before I die. And to me, I don't see y'all winning Super Bowls, making fucking goddamn bonehead decisions like that as a coach. That's just me. All right? That's just me. That's how I feel about it, dude. You know, the shit pisses me off that they even do that. For real, man. Like, I don't get it. But, I mean, that's all I got. Hey, and like I said, man, this is your post-game review, basically your post-game opinions of preseason week 1, right here by the Raider Critique, where we tell the truth with intensity and don't drink the corporate Kool-Aid. I can tell you this: what I thought we were going to have problems with, and what I was most worried about, is actually the least of what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about the quarterbacks. I am worried about the running game, though. I'm definitely worried about the running game. Our running game looks lackluster. And even though good old Zamir White scored a touchdown, we are all still watching him run into his own blockers. Can't do that, man. I mean, it looks like his vision is improving, but stop trying to go through your own goddamn blockers, man. Saw that too many times yesterday, Zamir. You're running into your guys, man. Why? I mean, what's the point? What's going on, Charm? It's good to see you, bro. Hey, CG Ruthless, what's going on, brother? Hey, yeah, I'm just going to post this up. You got beautiful women in Australia and you want beans and rice? Goddamn right, bro. There's something about a hyena, man. You can't, nope, there ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. That's all I'm saying. But hey, you already know how I feel about what this team really needs to be doing, man. This team needs...
Stop being a bitch and come on.
For real. The offensive play calling. The offensive time management needs...
Stop being a bitch and come on.
Because I know that I can't handle any more of that shit. All right? I don't want to have to go look for another damn coach. And you keep doing stupid shit like that, and Mark's going to fire you. Don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Yeah, and here you go. All the running backs were running 3 yards and 2 yards per carry. Not good to see at all in preseason. Except for Alexander Madison, who had 3 carries for 15 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Why didn't he get more reps? I'm just saying. Why didn't he get more reps? Because all the other guys didn't really look good, man. But I'm telling you, man, I do appreciate all y'all for showing up, and this has been your post-game review. If you have shared your screen with me for longer than a minute, I appreciate that, because I know that there's a million other things that you could be watching on YouTube right now, and instead of watching all that, you're over here watching me. I love y'all, man. You guys are the reason why I come out here and why I do this. You know, this team is also a major reason why I come out here and do this. But even I know, man, there are so many content creators now that Raiders content, you know, it's a dime a dozen nowadays, man. You can go out and get some real good content. You can go out and get some middle tier content. And you can go out and get some really dumbass opinions out here on these YouTubes, man. You can go through all over the spectrum, man. There is so many different podcasts you can listen to, ranging from so many different types of people. So many different types of people from so many different walks of life. And you know, I have been gracing myself here on YouTube since 2011 officially. And you know, we're sitting in 2024, and I was sitting here hoping that, you know, at least by now I would see some type of good playoff run and maybe even a Super Bowl berth. And in the times that I have been doing this unofficial podcast for our beloved football team and our beloved franchise that Al Davis wholeheartedly created, at least the image anyway, I've seen so much shit go on here. I've seen so many people come and go. I've seen a lot of people stay who've been around as long as me. Took breaks, came back. You know? I've seen a lot of new cats arrive on the scene. Most good. Most good. Some bad. Some bad. But most good. You know? They give a real good perspective. Raid the Tape is one of them. I love Raid the Tape because the way they break down film. They remind me of a Sanjeet, but more entertaining in my eyes. You know, that's just an opinion. Still love Sanjeet too. You know, love Watts. I love his perspective. Really miss his game breakdowns. You know, love Mikey to death too, bro. There's, you know, you guys already know the podcast out there that I really don't fuck with. You know, I fuck with Locked On Raiders. I like to listen to Q. Q's got good insight. Sometimes he's wrong. Most of the time he could be right. You know what I mean? And then there's other podcasts you'll never see me in their chat. At least underneath my own name anyway. You'll never see me in their chat. And you'll never see me pumping their shit. You'll never see me sharing anything that they do. And you'll never see me backing up anything that they say. I don't have to mention who that is. You know what I mean? But I do appreciate all of you because I know I'm not the best, but I also know I'm not the worst. All right? I'm middle tier. I've always been middle tier, but I've been sitting at 619 subs. 619 subs for over a year. I'll watch it go up to 625, and I'll watch it drop back down to 619. I've seen it drop back down as low as 614. And now we're back up to 619. Now, I know that the beef with Death Star Report has not helped my channel at all. But understand, when I go out here and I reach out, and I wholeheartedly reach out of my way to talk shit about you, that means you need to slow your roll, and you need to understand why I'm talking shit about you. because I don't normally come out here and just talk shit about people. You guys have seen me out here since 2011, and I've done nothing but boast and bring up everybody who comes in here on YouTube, unless you're a complete dipshit. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that I don't want going on when it comes to this YouTube crap, because we are so lied to by everything when it comes to mainstream media, when it comes to our football team, basically through every aspect of our life. Our jobs, our fucking, the people that we meet on the street, the people that we have to deal with where you know, we have to go outside in society. Everybody is lying to us. You know? When I first started this channel, man, that's because there were rolling blackouts where you couldn't get Raider games. A lot of people weren't able to watch. Streaming was not a thing yet. It wasn't huge unless you wanted to go out there and get viruses for your computer and whatnot, which, by the way, I killed a few computers streaming those games for everybody right here on YouTube. And I did that shit because I love the Raiders and I love the fan base, and I want y'all to be able to experience this, everything that I was able to experience back then as well. Well, you know, it's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time. I've been here a long time. A long time. And I see a lot of good motherfuckers come up, and I'm going to name drop. See a lot of good people jumping in, man. Raiderette 408, SC Experience, my homie right here, Apakasi Raider, and Aunt Six, and Raider Joe, Raider Ray. I dig Raider Ray and Pharaoh. They fucking kick ass, man. I can't wait for them to stop dropping more content. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you know, you still got your OGs out here doing it, man. You know, I missed the Pillaging podcast. I thought they had real good breakdowns. You got dudes like Captain Rafuccio, man, Captain Raphael over here, who gives excellent breakdowns. And also, if you speak Spanish, he gives excellent breakdowns in Spanish as well. I mean, like, you got some new dudes coming up in here who are, you know, they're looking real good, man. Now, I'm not even gonna mention the bad ones, you know, but you know, you got dudes like Gravy. Gravy gets decent breakdowns. Dudes like Dirty. You know, these new channels that have just come in these last couple years, there are some really good channels out there. Get some real good breakdowns, bro. Raider Alex comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, they do, you know, Raider Alex does a damn good job. He's got to get his sound worked out, but he'll get that shit worked out. All it is, bro, like, hit me up. I'll help you out with your sound, man. You know what I mean? I'll help you out with your sound. I know I ain't got the best, but two minds work better than one, and I'd be more than willing to work with you. Because you got a damn good channel over there, bro. Solo, Millennial. There's two good ones to drop right there. Solo and Millennial. They're fucking getting great at what they do. Ultimate Raider Fan, bro. Ultimate Raider Fan's another one. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget the historians, man. Don't forget Captain Jack and OG. You know what I mean? They give you real good content, history, which really needs to be taught to a lot of the new cats that are coming in here, because some of these new cats do not hold the same, they do not hold the legacy as high as us old cats do. Us dudes who have been here from Oakland to Los Angeles, back to Oakland, then to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is that Raider Nation, I've been contemplating a long time, man, at least for the past 3 or 4 years. Raider Ben is a good one, man. Nate, you know, Jack Bauer, Nutty Raider Nate. Dude, there are so many good ones out there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's my point. There's a lot of good Raider content out there. You feel me? There's a lot of people out there, man. And then, of course, you got motherfuckers like the Raiders Report. They're not even good. All they are is a fucking rumor channel. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to talk shit about a channel, that's going to be the one I'm going to talk shit about. Fucking Raiders Report, because the Raiders Report is kind of like what started all this drama and all this outrageous speculation. This outrageous speculation for subscriptions and clicks. That's kind of what started all this. Where, like, the whole Raider Nation community and the Raider Nation YouTube, there's a lot more of those clickbait fuckers out there than there are good ones. And you guys heard about how many good ones I just dropped the names for. There's a lot of good ones. Well, there's double clickbait ones out there that make us look bad. Literally. Make us look bad. Us real fans who've been out here pushing this and doing this, not because we want to get paid, but because we love the team. You feel me? You feel me?
Come on.
The only thing I can say is, bro, I've been here since 2011. I've seen a lot of shit, man. I've seen a lot of shit. I've also been through a lot of shit in my lifetime, you know? In just the 44 years I've been on this planet. You know? My homeboy Westside, I can't wait for you to get up on here, but man, there's a reason why I did this show solo. All right? And there's a reason why I even got into this conversation and why I'm even going to talk about this right now. Like I said, for the last couple years, man, even when I came back and I started doing this and I started seeing everybody out there, you know what I mean? I really just wanted to come here and win a Super Bowl, man, and I wanted to enjoy it with all of you. You feel me? Well, I do still want to do that. But just like every aging veteran, man, guys who've been here forever, you know what I mean? There are, you know, certain things that, you know, should be done. There's a lot of AI clickbait, a lot of bullshit channels, a lot of good channels. You know, and it's rough sitting at 619, man, and sitting at 619 for over a year. It's been rough. Because I don't see any growth happening here. I see a little bit of growth here and there, but then that growth falls back. And I mean, you can see it on my face, man. You can see the wrinkles on my face. You can go all the way back to my first videos when I started doing these shows. I looked a whole hell of a lot younger. I definitely didn't have any gray hair here. Just goes to show, man, how long how long a veteran's been here. But just like every veteran, man, every veteran has to retire at one point, don't they? I mean, shit, most football players don't make it 14 years. Hell, most people in professional sports, if you make it 14 years, you're a living legend, right? Now, sure, I've probably, you know, been outrageous at times. I have not considered other people's feelings at times when I've gone into these videos and I've gone into doing these lives. And I just kind of say what's on my mind, and without, you know, hurting anybody's feeling, you know, without trying to hurt anybody's feelings, but not giving a fuck if I do. And maybe that's why the growth never happened. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, I just loved coming on here and talking football with a lot of like-minded football fans who drank and did what I lived by, which was loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty to your team, loyalty to your fan base, because we're all like family, and it's all about family. Moves into number 2. It's all about family. And number 3, it's about this wonderful franchise, about that wonderful man, Al Davis, who we should all aspire to be like, who created this wonderful franchise, this wonderful Raiders team that we all root for today. Well, I think I've already done my portion of what I needed to do, and I think that there's other things that God has in store for me. So, Raider Nation, I'm officially announcing my retirement of this channel at the end of the season. You're going to get a few more interviews from me. You might see me on other people's channels at times. But the Raider critique, in all actuality, guys, I've got a lot of kids, man. And I need to spend my time dumping the knowledge that I have into them and showing them all about family, loyalty, taking up for yourself, and having some dignity. Raising them right. Raise them to be Raiders. You know, and to be honest, you know, it's... Even with Earn, I mean, it's... I love doing this. But, man, it's time. And I didn't, you know, I was going to do it 4 years ago when I left before. But I felt like that I needed to give a proper goodbye and also give a good, honest, hard effort to try to get to 1,000. And I've given that effort. Right? I've given that effort without swallowing my pride, without agreeing with something that I do not believe in, and by going against the grain. Look, you don't have to be popular to get recognized, right? I got the recognition I wanted. And the only recognition that I ever wanted was that I'm real. I am 1,000% Raider. I literally don't give a fuck if I have anybody backing me up. I'm going to walk to the beat of my own drum regardless of what I do. Because that's what Raiders do. We do our own damn thing and we do it our way. And we talk our shit and we walk the walk, we talk the talk, and we back it up. You feel me? But I do believe that there is plenty of y'all out there who are already doing a fine job where I don't have to worry on whether Raider Nation YouTube is going to survive. When they took Mikey out, there was no telling. A lot of us were wondering on whether real Raider Nation YouTube was going to ever be able to come back on, because the only people that they were really allowing during those times were clickbait channels and the AI channels and channels like Chat Sports that were nothing but rumor mills. You know, they can't stop all of us. And there's a lot of y'all out there now. You know what I'm saying? So you guys are doing a damn good job, so I don't see any reason on why I need to be around anymore. And it is time to just do me. You know, and I mean, not even just do me, but I got to do for my family, bro. I got to do for my family. And, you know, like I said, I enjoy talking football with y'all and whatnot. But it's just, honestly, man, Raider Nation YouTube has become depressing. It really has. It hasn't become fun. And it's not that you guys do, it's not because of y'all. You know what I mean? It's just some of the shit we see on here. It's just like, I would rather not stomach this. And most of the damn news that we get nowadays is all from social media now. You guys notice that? Hardly anybody goes to NFL.com anymore to get any type of news. Because the NFL ain't going to do nothing but just pull the shade over your eyes anyway, right? Kind of just tell you what, they're going to tell you what you're looking at, right? You know, I try not to do that over here. I can tell you what I'm looking at and what I see, but I'm never going to tell you what you should, you know, like, hey, I'm not going to tell you, hey, you know, this, look like this. Nah, I'm not going to tell you to look like that unless you're completely fucking outrageous saying Tim Brown's a second-tier wide receiver. You know, when you say outrageous shit like that, that's when I got to check you. You feel me? But, you know, I mean, but yeah, man, I mean, I wanted to go ahead and make that announcement. I didn't want it to be a surprise to everybody. I have let a few people know already behind the scenes, but now this is my official announcement that I will be retiring this YouTube channel. I will leave it up just for nostalgia purposes. You feel me? I'll leave it up. But there won't be any more content coming out of this channel at the end of the season. I gave it my wholehearted try, man. And well, critique is you know, hey, if you had to rate me as a retired football player, I would probably be more like a Vinny Testaverde. I wasn't great, but I was pretty damn good. You know what I mean? And I had heart. And I was clutch, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, really love all y'all, man. I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck on out of here. The next episode that we'll be doing will be with Captain El Capitan Rafael. And, you know, me and him are going to go over this preseason game, and I'll get his insight on what he feels about this game and also his take on the beginning of the 2024 season. So until then, everybody, it's Raider Nation for life. And like I said, new slogan for this season is we're going to the Super Bowl until we're not. And that's the bottom line.
Obviously, was blessed enough to come here with the Raiders and now be the head coach of Las Vegas Raiders.
Congrats, coach. We love to see it. Go ahead, AJ.
And when I look at the Raiders, man, it's swagger. It's confidence. It's in your face. You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? Like, when you wear the silver and black, you know what time it is when you walk in the building, right? So for us, it's like, man, that's what we need to do. We need to intimidate teams mentally before the game even starts. And then obviously...
Listen up, let me say some kind of paradigm of a paradox. Sun's gonna wake up back in my box. Is this one for me? Strong, stand, my trouble, running. Ignore the bad law running. One for profit, one for pieces of the same topic. Someone tries what the separate will justify. Get enough nothing. All of this is me. So don't take my questions around and all to reconcile. Connected to a mess at the top, bends me up all destruction. There's one motherfucker at the top of the pile, looking down with a smile. Reaching in the money, power creating destruction for us all. Children crying,